back again to read from The Infinite Universes of Maggie Lavery. A bit delayed on this video because I wanted to say paperback available, but that did not happen yesterday. But it did happen this morning, so paperback available. I'll pop a link in the video description. Today's short story that I'm reading from is called This Woman's Work, which is about a couple that are having problems conceiving. So I'll just get into it. Sorry is rarely a welcomed word, a comforting word, yet Tom had found himself saying it over and over in the last week. He had worn out all meaning from it. Sarah didn't want to go for a walk. She wanted to stay in bed again, but Tom insisted. She barely broke breath, except to pass herself with the people on the path. Sarah went from hello to sullen silence in seconds. She marched ahead of Tom, her head down. When they reached the three-quarter bridge, Tom was ready to say, "Beat your tram tracks," like he usually did, but Sarah ploughed ahead across the sand. Tom would have preferred to go right along the tracks past the golf course. It would have sheltered them from the wind. That way contained lots of memories, good memories for them. The bridge had been where Tom had tried and failed to propose to Sarah. He had carried the ring around in his coat pocket, trying to pick the right place. He wanted somewhere quiet in case Sarah had to think about her answer. Tom had waited for the sky to turn from yellow to peach to pink to orange, the fiery hearth of colours slowly giving way to the dark. As the river bush murmured under their feet, Tom fumbled for a ring that wasn't there. He'd forgotten to put the ring in his pocket as he switched from a light jacket to a waterproof coat before they left. The moment was lost. When they got home, he bounded into the house and pushed past her to grab the box from another coat. "Imagine the sun is still setting," he said, kneeling. "Ignore all this." He waved a hand around a row of mud-encrusted welly boots and a bulging coat rack. "Will you marry me?" Tom said. Sarah put her hand to her face and laughed until she cried. Great big heaving sobs of laughter came out of her as she tried to pull Tom up from his knees. She kissed him until he pulled away. "You've not said anything yet." Tom still held the ring. "Was that a yes or a no?" Sarah nodded, tears streaming down her face. Tom had first told her he loved her in those sand dunes in Port Ballantrae. They had walked his dog Stanley halfway along the tracks before he asked if they could stop for a rest. They watched the Causeway tram with the carriages, the colour of clotted cream and strawberry jam, tootling past. As Sarah waved to the children, Tom pictured future versions of themselves on the tram, with a honey-haired baby on their knee. And then he said the words that had been building up inside of him for weeks. Sarah kissed him and rested her forehead against his cheek. His stomach was a molten lump as she stayed silent. She didn't say, "I love you," or "thank you," or anything at all. Not until a week later. She said she wanted to be sure. It was then he learned Sarah needed time to collate data and cross-examine everything. Okay, thank you again for listening. Paperback now available, Kindle version still available, and I'll see you later.